Old American streets were simple but full of life. Here are the small details that made them unforgettable. 1. The corner mailbox. A heavy, deep blue metal box standing like a quiet guard at the end of the street. Everyone knew its sound, that strong metal clunk when the handle dropped. Kids checked it even when they had no letters, just to feel important. Neighbors trusted it with everything: birthday cards, handwritten bills, love letters, postcards from vacations. It didn't just collect mail. It collected moments. It was a small symbol of trust in a simpler time. 2. The payphone booth. A glass booth with fingerprints on every panel, metal smells, and a button layout that clicked loudly. You stepped inside, and suddenly the world outside felt quieter, like a tiny bubble of privacy on a public street. You fed quarters into the slot, hoping the call would last long enough. People used payphones for emergencies, confessions, apologies, and checking in with loved ones. They were lifelines disappearing one by one, without us realizing they were gone. 3. Wooden utility poles. Tall, rough wooden poles that carried the heartbeat of the town: electric wires, phone lines, everything. They were covered in decades of staples, from garage sale flyers, lost pet posters, school events, local announcements. Some poles had carved initials, little love stories etched into the wood. On quiet nights, you could hear a soft hum from the wires, a sound many people today will never experience. 4. Soft, yellow streetlights didn't try to overpower the night. Their glow was warm, like melted honey poured over the pavement. They made sidewalks look gentler, houses cozier, and the whole street safer. You could spot your home from far away just by the softness of the light in front of it. Modern LED lights are brighter, yes, but they don't carry that comforting warmth. 5. Newspaper boxes, bright red, yellow, or blue boxes sitting outside stores and bus stops. You'd drop in coins, pull the heavy metal door, and grab a newspaper that still smelled like fresh ink. The morning ritual was simple: comics first for kids, headlines first for adults. Some people bought the paper just to check sports scores or scan the classifieds. 6. Handwritten store signed. Very small shop had one a chalkboard or paper sign written by hand. Some had crooked letters. Some had inside jokes. Some changed daily with new deals, soups, or holiday messages. Handwriting gave personality to the street. You could feel the owner behind the sign, not just a business. These boxes made streets look alive, full of stories waiting to be read. 7. Kids on bicycles. The sound of bicycle wheels rolling over cracks in the sidewalk. That was the soundtrack of old American neighborhoods. Kids rode in groups, racing to the end of the block, using playing cards clipped to their spokes to make motorcycle sounds. They didn't have phones or schedules. The street was their playground, and everyone knew them. They were part of the neighborhood's identity. 8. The corner store bell. A tiny metal bell above the door that rang every time someone walked in. The sound was gentle, friendly, familiar. It felt like the store was welcoming you personally. Owners knew your name, your family, your usual snack. Some kids came in every day after school just to hear the bell ring. It was a sound you didn't forget. 9 old mail trucks, small, boxy USPS trucks that moved slowly through the neighborhood. The mailman always waved every single day without fail. People trusted their mail carrier like a family friend. Packages, letters, holiday cards, they all came through that same little truck. It brought connection long before phones and screens did. 10. Wooden bus stop benches. Simple wooden benches with faded paint and carved initials. They creaked when you sat down. People waited calmly, reading the newspaper, watching the world move slowly. These benches made the neighborhood feel grounded, like nothing needed to rush. 11 porch lights at night, just one bulb. But it meant everything. Parents left them on for kids coming home late. Spouses left them on for each other. They were tiny signals of care, small beacons on quiet streets. 12 lemonade stands, a table. A pitcher. A paper sign made with markers. Kids poured lemonade with shaky hands because the jug was heavy. Neighbors stopped not because they were thirsty, but because they wanted to encourage the kids. These stands added innocence and community to the street. You could spot your house in the distance just by that warm little glow. 13. Cars parked on the street, not hidden in garages, parked proudly outside. Old Chevys, Fords, wagons with wood panels, trucks with fading paint. Each one told a story. Family trips, late-night drives, moving days, first dates. Seeing those cars lined up felt like knowing the personalities of every home. 14 bright red fire hydrants, always shiny, always bright, always standing guard. Kids played around them, dogs sniffed them, firefighters tested them. They were simple, but they gave structure and identity to the block. Every neighborhood had its own fire hydrant memories. 15. The quiet. This was the most precious detail of all. A soft, peaceful quiet that modern neighborhoods have lost. You could hear wind rustling through trees, kids laughing 2 blocks away, a screen door closing, footsteps on the pavement. It wasn't empty, it was alive in a gentle way. The kind of silence that made you feel safe, not alone. These were just small things, ordinary things, but together, they made old American streets feel like home. And even though they've faded, the memories remain quiet, warm, and unforgettable.